How's it going, YouTube? This is Joe with Creeks Reviews, coming to you today to talk a little bit about the Glock 27. Alright guys, let's get right into it. This is a Glock 27 Gen 3, chambered in the .40 caliber, of course. Let's go ahead and safety check this weapon. Alright. As you can tell, there's not a round in the chamber. There's not a magazine in it. We're set, guys. This is one of my personal carry setups. As you can tell, it's not completely factory and has a few changes made to it. All my choices other than the color of burnt bronze. The slide has been coated to 1,000 exposures to salt water, which is very important to me being a carry weapon. This weapon is going to get water, sweat, and it's just going to get plain dirty at some times. This is not going to be treated as one of your safe queens you keep in your safe and it's always clean. This is going to be next to you. This is going to be with you all the time. Other than the slide coating, you can see that there are Glock factory night sights put on it, which I absolutely love. It's extremely accurate, extremely bright. I view that this is one of the best things you can do to any gun that you own, whether it be the Glock factory night sights. One that I prefer on all my other guns that aren't Glock is going to be the XS Big Dot sight. I absolutely love that night sight and the features of it. As we flip it over here, you're going to see that there's an extended slide release on it, the extended mag release, and the only thing that I have not shown you, not going to show you because I'm not going to break it all the way down, is it does have the Ghost 3.5 connector in it. Its average ties to give you a 3.5 trigger pull. I myself do not experience that, but I do experience a better trigger, in my opinion. I like it. I really like it. Alright, now why did I choose the Glock 27? Well, up to about 2 years ago, I hadn't had a 27. I've always shot them. My carry was a Glock 26. I loved it, carried it for years. Now I've carried anything in between a Colt, Defender, Springfield XDS, Springfield XDMs, the Smith & Wesson Shield, and a lot of other guns in between that as well. And to tell you the truth, I've had a great experience with them all, but the 27 is by far my favorite deep concealment. I shouldn't say deep concealment, but it's a gun that you can get around with carrying without many people noticing at all if you do it right. And all that I put to a good gun belt and the crossbreed holster. I have numerous other holsters that I've put with many other guns. The hybrid holster, in my opinion, is by far the best. Comfortable, the retention system on it, how you can actually tuck in your shirts with it. I'm not going to get into a lot of detail with that, but just I've carried outside the waistband, of course, with standard Kydex. I've done basically the neoprene ones, the ones that are completely Kydex, that are in waistband, out waistband, and numerous other ways as well. And I'll do a review of different holsters for different systems of carry. But this right here is by far my favorite setup, depending on the purpose, of course. Alright, now let's get a little bit more back on the Glock 27. This Glock 27, they've been producing them for, I believe, since 1996, if my memory serves me correctly. This came out right when the Glock 26 came out, which is, of course, chambered in the 9mm. This one right here is the Gen 3. They're doing all right now up to the Gen 4. My personal preference is the Gen 3. I have Gen 4s as well, but the Gen 3 is my preference in reliability. Not going to talk too much about that today. We'll touch on that here in just a little while. As you can tell, it's had quite a bit of use. This one I've probably put about 2,000 rounds through it alone. I actually got rid of my Glock 26 because of this. This fits all my needs, and I will show you why. This right here is a Lone Wolf conversion barrel. This will convert 27 to a 26 with as simple as changing over a barrel and magazine. this can be ordered for right at $105, shipped to your house, brand new. This is a great investment if you ask me. Now that's depending on what you're going to use it for. Now myself, I carry with the 40 caliber chambered in it. So I practice more with the 40 than anything else. And that goes across all platforms. So you'll ask, why do I have only 2,000 rounds through the 40 caliber in this, and I have 5,000 rounds through the Lone Wolf? Well, I don't carry many 9mm, and I don't tend to keep very many 9mm. I mostly stick with my 40 calibers and the 10mm. I think 9mm has its place. It's an absolutely great round, but my preference is the 40 caliber. I love its stopping power. I love the speed ratios that it has through it. Now with that, the 9mm, you're of course getting a larger magazine capacity, a standard size. I think that's important, and that's one reason I went with the 40 over the 45. The 45 has more stopping power. I think the 40 produces more than adequate amount for what you're going to be using it for concealed carry. Now if you're talking about, of course, being a trail gun, hiking gun, hunting gun, yeah, I wouldn't even suggest a 45 ACP for that sort of thing. Depending on where you live, I'd be looking more around lines of revolvers, the 44 Magnum, the 10mm, but that's a different story. We're just talking about standard concealed carry. I think 40 plays a great role. I don't think the 40 is for everyone due to the recoil on it. I think that's something you have to train with and train quite frequently for. 9mm might be suited better for many other people, but if you can handle the 40 caliber, go with it. That's my suggestion. That's my preference. Now, this conversion barrel right here, it has been absolutely fantastic. There are a lot of people out there who do not suggest the Lone Wolf or any conversion barrel for that matter, just for the fact that you might see some sort of issues because this frame right here was produced, of course, on a Glock 27, slide and everything else. Myself, I've put 5,000 rounds roughly. It's right at 4,900 and some rounds. I don't remember exactly what I have written down, but it's up there. And I've had absolutely zero failure feeds, failure ejects, no issues whatsoever. I did have 2 issues with it, but that was all the ammunition itself, not actually firing. And that was some cheap ammo I picked up from a gun show about 2 months ago. Can't blame it on the gun or the barrel. With this barrel right here, it is absolutely fantastic. I know I've said that already, and I will continue saying it. For the price point you're getting it at, like I said, I got rid of my 26 because this, ideally, when you put this in there, it becomes a Glock 26. The Glock 26 is a great gun, like I said. It's something you can go to the range, shoot all day long, and don't really have to worry about pricing compared to the 45 and 40. Now that's of course aspect if you're buying at today's market, if you're reloading, whatever the case may be. It's either way. It's a cheaper round for you to go to the store and purchase or produce yourself. Now let's just go ahead and talk about going through it and switching this out. It's as simple as doing a standard field stripping of the firearm, breaking it down, taking your 27 barrel out, your 40 caliber, and replacing the barrel. Placing it back in place, putting your slide in, and ladies and gentlemen, you have yourself a Glock 26. Absolutely fantastic. I would recommend this to anyone out there who has the want and need to go to the range quite a bit. And like I said, it is very important. So don't take this as me telling you to go get this barrel and practice with it, and then carry your 40 caliber. Please don't do that. That is not what you want to do. It's going to be 2 different experiences when the time comes down to it that you put 500 rounds through the 9mm conversion barrel, and you're carrying with a 40 caliber. When the time comes to use it, hopefully you never will need to use it. And in that case, if you ever do need to, you're going to get a totally different experience. Shot placement, follow-up shots is going to be completely different. So that's why I say I practice more with my 40 caliber than anything else. But if you're going to go to a range day and you're going to go out shooting, it's after about 2 boxes of 40 cal, I'm about done. The kick on it is quite significant compared to the 9mm. So if you just want to go out and go shooting, that is what I suggest, the Lone Wolf conversion barrel. And like I said, the barrel is the only thing you need. And then here I have, of course, a standard Glock 19 magazine, which gives you the 15 capacity with a standard plate on it. I'm sure all of you know it's absolutely fantastic because Glocks are interchangeable. I don't deal with many of the sleeves that go over them. I just use it the way it is. This is absolutely a fantastic setup right there. You have your standard 10, plus I have the 2 Pierce pinky extension grip on it, which this is of course chambered 9mm, and it slides in same as before with all the others. Makes it a great carry gun if that's the route you're going to go with it. I do not believe I would be sacrificing any point of reliability carrying a gun just like this compared to putting back in the 40 caliber barrel. I've put numerous rounds through it, like I said, had 0 issues. I would feel absolutely safe and confident carrying this gun just like it is out with me every day. But of course, I said my preference is the 40 caliber. That's why I don't carry it. And of course, you have these ones here, standard 40 caliber, the 9-round magazine with a flush plate. Then of course you have your 9 again with a +2 pinky extension Pierce grip on it. Really, guys, that's about all I have for you today. I'm going to do further reviews on numerous other firearms and carry systems, whether it be deep concealment, the Ruger LCP, which is my preference over many others, the Smith & Wesson 442 going revolver type, the 38 special, and if you're talking about just standard carrying, then of course I'm doing future ones on Glock 22s, the Kimbers, the Colt Defender series, the SIG P229, 226, many more, including rifle reviews. I hope you guys liked it.